let's talk about Eden Hazard, shall we?
What a player.
Retired at the age of 32. I've got some stats here. Let me just read some stats out for you. Because we know he's a fantastic player, right? At Chelsea, he had 352 appearances, 110 goals, 92 assists.
Yeah.
That in itself is unbelievable. Premier League times 2, FA Cup times 1, League Cup, Europa League times 2. He was the Chelsea Player of the Year in 2014, 15, 17 and 19. The PFA Player in 2015. The Premier League Player of the Season in 2015. The Football Writers Player of the Year in 2015 as well. The list goes on and on and on. Firstly, are you surprised? It's worked out because he's played so many games from being a teenager all the way up to 32. It worked out an average at 65 games a season. Is that too many? Quite often we hear about Premier League players and managers saying, too many games, fix your pile up and so on. Is this now proof that it is going to affect and it is going to maybe stop the careers of so many excellent players way too early?
I think because I think it happens when you're a high-profile player and a player of real quality, which Eden Hazard is. There's a real heavily reliance on him to play a lot of games. You look at the guys like Messi and Ronaldo. These guys are playing hundreds of games. You know what I mean? Like, because they're so heavily reliant, they very rarely get a rest. So it's one of them where I think the better player you are, the more games you ultimately end up playing. But he has been. I'm sad that it's not worked for him for Real Madrid, because at that time I thought he was, if not the best, one of the best players on the planet. Well, actually not the best, because Messi and Ronaldo were still kicking about, but he was certainly in that top bracket. He is absolutely phenomenal. He used to go past people. There was always an argument in their prime who was better, Bale or Hazard. Even now I don't know what the answer is, because they're both...
You're right. I don't know what the answer is.
They're both incredible. But Eden Hazard, yeah, he's a Premier League legend. He's one of the best players we've ever seen in this country. I'm not saying he's the best, because you know who I think's the best, but he's up there with the best.
Where does he rank amongst Chelsea's best players? Because the problem you've got as a Chelsea fan is they've had so many great players throughout that time period, just before Hazard, actually, when you had Ashley Cole, you had Petr Cech, you had JT, you had Lampard, you had Drogba, the list goes on and on.
You know what? I had a conversation with my dad, who obviously you know is a massive Chelsea fan, season ticket.
What's his dad's name? Give him a shout out.
Mervyn Bent. Shout out.
Is he Merv?
Yeah. Shout out Pops.
The Mervster?
Yeah.
Is he listening?
Probably.
Right. What do you mean, probably?
No, probably will be listening.
He should be listening.
He will be.
Right.
So I asked him who's his best five, because he's been watching Chelsea from way back in the day.
Yeah.
And his five were...
Got 5 to 1, yeah? He's put me in order.
No, he just sent me the 5.
Okay. Why didn't he put me Lazy Merv?
No, because I didn't ask him to put it in order. I just said, give me the 5.
Okay.
Lampard's in there. Charlie Cook. So that's before me. Charlie Cook. That's before me.
He's put Cookie in?
Yeah. Zola. Hazard.
Okay.
Drogba. That's his 5 and he's like, that's the best.
So there's no Petr Cech?
Nope.
There's no JT?
No.
No Ashley Cole?
He said to me, if he was picking a Chelsea 11, Cech and JT would 100% be in it. Ashley Cole would be in it. But if you're picking the 5 best players, Drogba...
I don't know what the difference is.
Well, if you're 11, it's a team.
Oh, right, I see, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So you can't pick more than one player in one position.
Exactly. But for his 5 best he's seen, he's got
He
Drogba.
does things topsy-turvy, young Merv, doesn't he?
He doesn't. Drogba, Hazard, Zola, Charlie Cook, Lampard. And he wanted to give a special mention to...
How old was Charlie Cook?
I don't know. A special mention to Alan Hudson.
Oh, right, yeah, Hudson, yeah.
Loved him. That's his favourite ever player for Chelsea.
Are you sure Charlie Cook's real? He's not winding you up. He's just chucked that in.
He's put Charlie Cook.
I'll embarrass my son on radio.
Yeah, Charlie Cook. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know anything about Charlie Cook?
No.
All right, we'll find out about Charlie Cook.
All right.
So where do you think he ranks then? That's Mervyn Bent's view.
Yeah.
What's your view? I tell you, here's my question, right? A lot of Chelsea fans will say JT will be at the top of that list, right? Because of the fact.
I don't think they put him at the top.
Okay, he'd be in the conversation.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
He has to be.
Because he was the captain, he was the leader, etc. Right? And a very, very, very good centre half.
Yeah.
But I think when you're looking at great players, you have to strip things like that away, and you're just talking about ability. If he was a great leader, right? Unbelievable, worth his weight in gold. But I'm talking about as a player, Hazard's better than JT, right?
Yeah, of course. But okay. I think longevity has to come into it. And I don't think you stay at a side like Chelsea.
He was there 7 years.
No, I'm talking about JT.
Yeah.
I don't think you stay at a side like Chelsea, captain them for so long. I think he's a record defender when it comes to goals. I don't think you captain a side for that long who are at the top end of the Premier League, battling for all fronts if you're not a top quality player.
No, I agree with you.
Top quality player.
I agree with you.
And you think about the players he's had in and around him as well. He's always been quite consistent. He's had Gary Cahill next to him. He's had Carvalho next to him. He's had Desai, that's where he learnt from. Yeah. He's had Alex next to him.
God, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So he's always been the constant. So
yeah.
Listen, if someone had put him in their top 5, you'd have no arguments for me.
Do you think that Drogba's going to come out top of a lot of Chelsea fans' lists?
Because you think about what the trophies that he won them.
And he was a big game player. He scored in every final.
Every final.
Yeah.
But if you were asking me, in my kind of era, who their top 5 would be, it'd always be Drogba would be there. Lampard, I mean, to score 170 Premier League goals from
As a
centre midfield
midfielder
is absurd.
Yeah, it is.
So you'd go Drogba, Lampard, JT, Czech,
Cole.
and Ashley Cole maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Ashley Cole, it's weird, isn't it? We feel a bit
And
uncomfortable.
What about Kante?
Oh, yeah, wow.
McElhenney, Essien.
Yeah.
No, Essien's got to be in there.
What, above McElhenney?
I don't know actually.
No, Claude McElhenney had a role named after him.
Essien was
unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
What about before that? Desai, Petit.
Yeah, but Petit came
After we finished him off.
I wouldn't put Petit in the list of great Chelsea
But Desai
players.
could be in the shout. With the shout.
Yeah.
But
But I think they're level 2. They're tier 2.
Mine would be Drogba, Hazard.
Okay.
Hazard, Lampard, Terry, Czech.
What
probably.
about all-time Premier League players? Is Hazard in that conversation? Is he in the top 10 list of all-time Premier League players?
Oh, for ability, I'd put him in there, yeah.
You would?
Yeah, and 7 years is a good stint. So
Yeah.
it's not like he's just been here for a bit.
Can I
for
ask you a
bit.
question about him? Right, he's got good glutes.
Yeah.
He's got a nice bum, doesn't he, in Hazard, right? And there's other players with like a low centre of gravity,
Yeah.
shall we say, with good glutes. That must count for something. Are you aware of that as a footballer?
Yeah, of course.
So like Maradona, again, another prime
Yeah,
example.
strong glutes, power. That's where all your power comes from, your
Yeah.
glutes. And obviously he's got that low sense of gravity, so he's powerful, he can turn, you can't shrug him off the ball. Yeah, of course. A lot of certainly shorter players have strong glutes because that's where all your power comes from. Power in your hamstrings.
I'm not comparing him to Maradona, but Maradona had a similar, smaller frame.
Same ability, I'd probably say. No joke. You know, you looked at me.
So we both say that Eden Hazard's in the top 10 Premier League players of all time?
I would put
It's
him
a
in there.
difficult list because there's so many players to put in there.
Someone's put it, Iron Robin. I forgot about how good he was.
Yeah.
He used to tear him.
Gianfranco Zola's in the list as well.
Yeah,
We're
he's
talking
in
about
my
Premier
dad's.
League, by the way.
Yeah.
Because your dad's... Who's the cookie? Norman
Charlie Cook.
That's it, Charlie Cook, yeah.
Chelsea fans must be able to ring up and tell us about
I'll
Charlie
tell you
Cook.
about Charlie Cook when we come back.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.